Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Inspired Decor. My name is Shelley, and today you're in a room that you've never seen before. This is my eldest daughter's room, and she has asked me to create a flower arrangement for the middle of her dining room table. Now, my daughter is not as over the top as I am in some ways, but if you take a look at this over the top room, you will certainly see that she loves glamour and she loves decor as much as I do. Now, a couple of weeks ago, she and I and my youngest daughter made some hoop wreaths for their homes, and we didn't put it on video, but I'm just going to show you the colors that she really likes. So you'll notice these hoop wreaths hung on her dining room wall are absolutely stunning. And she's got some gray purples, some creamy whites, some really pretty greens, and just a touch of pink. She is my daughter after all, so you know, a little touch of pink is always absolutely lovely. So in order to prepare for this video, we decided that we would make because this is a long table, that we would make a long flower arrangement. So I went to Michael's and bought a whole array of flowers. I don't know that we're going to use them all, but I think we'll use a lot of them. And I bought them in the colors that I know that she likes. So you'll notice these are whites and there's little bits of pink in them. And then there are others that are just plain white. And then, of course, we've got the purpley gray, some of the exact same flowers, just a couple of them that are in the wreaths. And then she loves peonies as much as I do. And so I grabbed some of these gray peonies. And then some greenery as well, because we certainly need greenery. Some of this is exactly the same. And again, I may have grabbed more than I need, but you know, the wonderful thing about Michael's is that you can return. And I don't know if we will use this at all. So I haven't taken the price tag off of everything because I just don't know how much we'll need. I bought this trough at HomeSense. It was gray and it really meant more for a farmhouse style, but my daughter is not farmhouse at all, not this one. And so we painted it white, just spray painted it white just to give it, you know, a little more elevation for this room. And I filled the inside with this floral foam that I just bought at the dollar store. And I've used a total of 4.5 of them inside. Nicely packed so that the flowers stay. Now I could choose if I wanted to actually glue that floral foam down, but you don't need to. I mean, if you're worried that people are going to start yanking things out and you know you want things to be more solid, go ahead and glue them in, but you really don't need to. And you will need some, you know, my trusty little wire cutters from Michael's that I've talked so much about. So let's start with the middle. And I'm going to start with these flowers that I know that she loves. And we'll cut them down. We'll cut them down quite a ways because we don't want it to be over the top tall. And you're going to hear those things go flying, but that's okay. So we'll sort of start here. Now I may cut these down even further, but we'll see as I go, because you don't really know how far you really want to cut things down until you get things built up a little bit. So why don't I cut a bunch of these and then I'll be right back. So I did cut the original flowers down a couple of more inches. They're about 6 to 8 inches long. And you'll notice I've started placing these ones that have a little bit of pink. They're white with a little bit of pinks in. And now I'm just going to place some of the pure whites in with them. We're trying, and I've also cut some of the peonies up. Look how gorgeous they are. They're just so pretty. So pretty. Look at how gorgeous that all looks together. And then I'm going to take one of the dahlias. Just love these dahlias. I have these at home as well in pink. I think they're so gorgeous. They're so whimsical and I just love them. And then we'll add some more of this white over here. And maybe a dahlia at the front. And a peony over here. Now what I like to do when I'm making floral arrangements, whether they're white, whatever colors you make them, is, take a step back and take a look at them. You'll notice I've also saved a lot of this greenery, and I'm going to pop some of this in as well. So I'll be right back. So as you can see, I have now added all of the purple and the white and the pinky white flowers, and I think it really looks pretty. Not sure if I'm going to keep these leaves in. I stuck them in, and I'll let my daughter be the ultimate decider of whether she wants these leaves in or not. And again, when you're making your own floral arrangements, that's what you do. You put stuff in. That's the glory of these things, and then you can pull out what you don't like. I'm going to start by making some things spill over right in here. These are just pretty. We'll get a few of them going. I'm just popping them in. Maybe put some in the middle as well. We'll take a peek and see what we think of these. The greenery that they have at Michael's now, boy, the quality is so good. I did take a look at the dollar store at their greenery, but I wasn't happy with it. I just thought, my daughter and her husband have spent so much time working on this beautiful home. My son-in-law is, he's really a master craftsman, as you'll be able to see when you get a better look at this dining room. And I just feel like you can't use inexpensive floral arrangements, or they just don't work in such a beautiful space. And my daughter, she does have expensive taste like her mother. There's no doubt about that. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. So that's how I've started. Let me take a step back and I'll see what I think. So as you can see, I have finished off the front and just the glory again of these Michael's florals is that you can really bend them and make them go over the sides, spill over. I've decided I'm going to keep these leaves in. I think they really look nice. I've added a little bit of the greenery in the middle. And now I'm going to do the other side of this. And you can just sort of watch to see what I'm doing. Again, this floral foam, it works like a charm, really, because everything just sticks in so easily. In many ways, I like working with the real floral foam better than with the stuff that's made out of styrofoam, because everything works so well. Just make sure that when you're using faux flowers that you don't wet the floral foam, especially in a container that doesn't hold water. And I doubt that this floral container holds water very well. You certainly wouldn't want to ruin your table. But again, look take them, you can kind of flail them out a little bit. They're just such pretty greenery. I couldn't be happier, and I really hope my daughter loves it. All right, let me cut a few more and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and if you can take a look, you can see I've added some of the greenery on the ends, all in the front, just a little bit peeking up through in the middle. And I've gone through and I've fluffed my flowers to make sure that everything is so pretty. And I have to tell you, I don't think I could be happier. And notice how simple this is. It adds a little more pizzazz to her dining room. I am a really lucky mom in that both of our daughters really include me in everything that they do. When they go shopping for furniture, I get to go along. when they design their new houses. I get to go along and I get to help them pick out all of the different, fixtures and features for their home, and I just love doing it with them. And they have such classic style, and I just couldn't be happier to create things for their homes too. They grew up obviously with me, and who's an over-the-top maximalist, and my daughters are not over-the-top maximalists, and that's okay. You can still have beauty in your home and don't have to have a whole lot of things, sort of overtaking everything. Now you may be hearing a little puppy in the background. Of course, that's little Stella. She likes to make herself known, and she of course is a little doll, and she's a Yorkie, and she wants to know what's going on in here, and we've just put her in the other room for a couple of moments. But before I go, I have to show you this fabulous dining room. I want you to take a look at this over-the-top ceiling that my son-in-law designed, and he did all of the work. Isn't it amazing? And then of course, are you surprised that I had a hand in this chandelier? And of course, my daughter's hand is in there big time as well. When we saw this chandelier, we both went, that's the one, that's the one. And they actually have a bigger version of it in their foyer that is so stunning. Now, if you take a look over here at their china cabinet, this is a repurposed china cabinet. They received this from my son-in-law's mom. They painted it, repurposed it, because when they first got married, they didn't have a ton of money for, to buy really good furniture, and they've been replacing things over time. And then again, how lucky am I? I get to come and style the inside, because that is really my baby. I love putting china and dishware inside of china cabinets. You'll notice there's a little piece of pink here because they have to have a little bit of pink, says Mom. And I just love styling it. It's so pretty. And every time I come to their house, I think, I did that for them. And they always love it when I do it too. Over behind the table, look at the buffet. Again, over the top glamorous. I love it. I guess my daughter is a lot like her mother in that she too loves mirrored furniture. Isn't it gorgeous? And then look above that piece of furniture. That is a piece of art that my daughter found at HomeSense. And she came rushing to me and she said, Mom, you got to take a look at this. What do you think for my dining room? And it couldn't be more perfect. Absolutely perfect. And remember I told you a couple of videos ago, if you use wedding decor, you can use it in your own home. These candelabras were used for her wedding, and now she has them in her dining room, and she uses them for nice dinners, and they're just so pretty. So that's why when you buy nice things for a wedding, you can keep them and use them in your home. Of course, my daughter is like me as well. She loves the ghost chairs. I mean, they're just so fabulous. Her dining room is so much bigger than mine, so they fit in so nicely. And then, of course, she's used upholstered chairs for the end pieces. And again, this dining room is over the top, gorgeous, with a mixture of high and low end, and it always looks beautiful. Having a meal in here is incredible because my son-in-law is an incredible cook, and bottom line is my daughter knows how to set a table beautifully as well. So when we eat in here, it's lots and lots of fun. So I think my next video is going to be another hoop wreath. I'm going to make it for a very special friend, and I'll talk more about that in my next video. So I hope you come back. And until next time, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and share this video with people who love decor as much as we do. Bye-bye.